Hi Libra, how are you? Welcome to your February 2017 Love and General Tarot card readings. Welcome to Tokyo. I am in Tokyo this week and decided to take a day and do these readings. I hope that all is well. I'm going to go ahead and get started with your love reading first. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Okay, Libra, here we go. Love reading for February 2017. Actually, that top one, I think. Okay, let's get started. Four of Cups reversed. Eight of Wands reversed. Six of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. Page of Wands reversed. Six of Cups reversed. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and Queen of Wands reversed. Interesting. First of all, before I really begin, I do want to say that I know that this has happened to a lot of tarot readers out there, but I myself was also a victim where someone has stolen my videos and placed it on their channel. So please make sure that if you're watching this, that you are in fact watching International Tarot. My name is Jane Allison. That's why I'm putting my face on these videos as well. So that you know that you are in the right place. I do hope that whoever is doing it will figure out what the heck they're doing, or I don't know. Anyway, let's get started, okay, Libra, because I'm seeing the Four of Cups in the reversal. So I don't know what this is, but I feel like there's a intense lack of desire to make a decision, okay, in terms of love, or there could be something, in terms of dating, or in terms of something you're going through with your partner, something that you are experiencing, or an issue that you're trying to, maybe your partner is trying to present options or solutions, and there's just a lack of movement in this particular area. Okay, if you're single, this could be dating, where just no one is really taking hold. And maybe some of you went through either a breakup, or some of you went through, a connection that maybe you thought would work and it didn't. The Six of Cups in the reverse I kind of often see as like a broken connection from the past. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to mean a break up, but it could mean just something didn't work out, or something that you had hopes for sort of fell through. And I think because of that, you might be sort of hesitant to really either allow things to come to you. It's a little bit of a blockage going on, a little bit hesitant to allow things to come to you, or a little bit hesitant to make things happen in a way, okay? We've got this this Nine of Wands here. Closed off, a little protective. Maybe you have been hurt in the past. Maybe someone, your husband or wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or maybe even just someone that you had your eye on, maybe they did something or said something that was a little bit off-putting and kind of made you feel bad or even sad, or made you feel like you couldn't really be yourself, made you feel like you had to kind of put on this show, and you didn't want to really let this person in because you don't want to feel embarrassed again, or you don't want to feel hurt again. I think there's a part of you, and Libra, I love when we get cards that have scales in them, because scales, you are Libra, and scales and balance, that's what you're all about, keeping everything even. You're the peacemaker of the Zodiac. You make sure both sides are heard. You listen to everything. You collect all the evidence. And so when other people don't operate in this manner, you feel frustrated, and I think you feel taken aback, and that's what this, Eight of Wands reverse and even this Page of Wands reverse is also about. This feeling of not wanting to take action, not wanting to move forward. If you are single and if you have been having dating issues, okay, or if you're trying to move into the next phase of a relationship but you're still kind of like, ugh, Libra is notorious for being single for long periods of time, right? That's kind of their thing. They're very choosy about who they dive into relationships with. I think intuitively Libra, they understand whether someone is for them or not, and they understand it very quickly. And they can see long term, I think, a little bit easier because they're not so overwhelmed by their emotions, right? Again, that balance. They have the good balance between mindset and emotions. And so, for those of you who have been single, I think there is that desire to want love. There is that desire for that connection. And there may even be someone that you have your eye on, potentially a fire sign. There may be someone that you have your eye on, and yet I think there's a fear there because maybe something happened in the past where they have shown you that it's not going to work out for X, Y, and Z reasons, causing you to be on guard and hesitant to really be the one to make the effort, hesitant to be the one to make that phone call or to reach out via text or to go see them, or, and you're kind of wanting this person to really come to you. The good news is that I think that they will. And I think that this month there will be some form of opportunity. And again, pentacles are so wonderful in love readings because it does indicate, and I say this, I've been saying this a lot recently, is the actualization of these things, right? It's all well and dandy to have a cups and a sword and to have, feelings and thoughts and all of this, but even the actions don't beget the results. The pentacles are the only ones that represent the actual having of something. So you have an offer, or you will have an offer. If you are in a marriage, this would be your partner coming to you making some sort of offering. Now, you've had offerings in the past, and I think, or you are currently having offerings, and I mean by that, by dating, having romantic options. If it's your partner, again, that partner trying to provide solutions to the problem that you're trying to fix, or that they're trying to fix for you, or something like that. Your partner can very much sense your hesitancy. You're not good at hiding things, right? Libra is very open. They're like an open book. You ask them a question and they'll tell you whatever. They're not usually guarded. So when you are guarded, it's very obvious, and it puts a significant wall between you and your significant other, or between you and the people that you're dating. And it can be hard for them to really work around that. But I think you have someone that is willing to at least try. And I think here is a solution that you can live with. Here is something that they bring to the table, and they are bringing it to the table as the Knight of Pentacles as well. Could be an Earth. Well, actually, I'm kind of seeing this as like your energy and their energy a little bit. I'm seeing them being this Queen of Wands here. I'm actually kind of seeing it going both ways. I'm kind of seeing it flip-flopping energy where you're both taking on both of these characters, actually, now that I'm kind of like feeling it out. But I do feel the offer will come from them. You are exhibiting caution to move forward. You are, I think, waiting for them to do something. They might be a little bit gun shy, okay, but so are you. You're both a little bit gun shy. You're both a little bit hesitant to take action because I think that both of you don't really know how the other person really feels. I think you both don't really know what the outcome is really going to be, and that lack of knowing what the outcome is going to be is really scary. And I think it's putting a roadblock between both of you. Both of you having a hard time meeting in the middle, not because you're stubborn, but because you are fearful of how that person will react and respond to what it is you feel. The good news, Six of Pentacles, is the universe can be incredibly generous. And I think there is generosity in your corner. Kind of one of those, ask and ye shall receive type of things where you're in a good position energetically to receive the things that you seek. So if you are wanting love, despite some of the tension here and the feeling of wanting to feel safe and not wanting to get hurt, there is a level of openness there as well. And I think it's all just because of what happened in the past. But it's very, very difficult for you to judge the future based on what happened in the past. If that was the case, we would have many, many more billionaires on Wall Street, right? Because we cannot predict based on the past. And yet you are trying to use the past as a basis for making decisions in the future. So let's get an outcome card for you and see kind of what comes out. Three of Cups reverse. Libra is a very fun sign. We all love you. Okay. But the Three of Cups reverse, in my mind, is like the party's over, right? Like in those teenage, high school movies where the kids have the party when the parents aren't home. And the next day, after the craziness, you have to clean up. And this is the cleanup, right? This is the okay, it's not fun anymore. And I think what's not fun anymore is I really feel that there's a lot of you that really want to be in love. And you want to have that connection with your significant other again. You want to feel free, to be open, because Libra, you are a very free spirit energy and you are a very free spirit and independent person, but that doesn't mean you don't want to share love with someone. And this is someone that maybe you had something very special with, something that you cherish very, very deeply, and for whatever reason there's fear in between. There's fear of exposing yourself and being too open, and that fear of being too open is actually working against you, and you're being maybe too closed off. But yes, there's an element of seriousness about this person. There's an element of seriousness about wanting things to progress, but still just feeling fearful of what will happen. Well, remember, and I think the best card, the good news is there are no major arcana in this whole spread, okay? So it's mild and it's temporary. But remember, please, that the universe can be very, very generous. And again, Pentacles, it's the actualization, it's the actual having of love, the actual having of satisfaction and personal or emotional fulfillment, right? And there may have even been, again, another little backfire. Maybe in the past you had given too much, and now you don't know where that line is. You don't know where to stop giving, because Libra, you are a natural giver. And so you are pulling back in order to reach that balance with the scales, because you don't want to give unless you receive as well, because you know it must be equal. And now you and your partner, I think, are equally fearful of moving forward and equally fearful of what the outcome will be. But allow this moment to be as more, not a moment of hesitation or a moment of lack of movement or whatever. Allow it to be a moment of rest and no pressure, because neither one of these energies really responds very well to pressure. It sort of works counterintuitively. It's like a lot of times you can pressure someone and they'll hurry up and get it done. These energies are like the more and more you pressure them, the less and less likely they are to really do anything. So just allow it to unfold organically. There will be some form of offer or some sort of solution coming your way that is very, very real and very genuine and very honest, okay? So let's go ahead and move into your general. And I'm going to use my normal deck for the general this time. Hope it's not weird having my face on all these videos. I kind of thought it would be a little strange, but I just don't like people taking my work and passing it off and making money on it. So here we go. The Magician. Seven of Pentacles. Yes, there's definitely an element of the past where something was not balanced in the past. And I think it really, really hurts you to know that you are in a point of vulnerability. Okay? And that point of vulnerability is carrying over into other aspects of your life. Okay. A Magician. And kind of getting, I always see the Magician as going either one way or the other. It's either a point of empowerment, self-empowerment, feeling inspired, feeling, like you have the desire and the willpower and all this to really take an idea and charge forward, or it can be like what a magician actually is. He's an illusionist. With surrounding cards, Seven of Cups, I do have reversals. Okay, Seven of Cups and Two of Swords, excuse me. I am getting that more illusion definition, okay? Because I think that you are currently in some form or fashion just confused. Let's put it simply. Confused about an outcome, confused about what's meant to happen. I think you are, like I said, Libra tends to be very good at being intuitive and knowing, especially in love, but also in career and working with clients and, dealing with people. They're usually very good, what's the word? Usually have a very high level of emotional intelligence. They can read people and see what they're feeling without the other person really saying it. And I think that skill or that intuitive ability is a little bit hindered right now. And I think it's because of some disillusionment from something in the past, and you really just don't know how to feel about something moving forward. Maybe there was some disappointment at work, or maybe there was some turnover, and now you're considering, okay, well, do I really have a place in my current position? Should I look for a new job in another avenue? I'm really unhappy about some of the things that happened in the past, but again, like, you're having a hard time seeing outcomes, having a hard time seeing, well, if I go this way, then this will happen. If I go this way, then this will happen. And I think there's some either a lack of respect or a lack of clarity surrounding the idea of an institution, because we have the Hierophant in the reversal position, okay? This can speak to corporations, organizations, even personal institutions, things you volunteer work, things like that. There's some disillusionment as to how this really plays in your life. How does this organization really play into my future, right? And so you're really reconsidering. You're really thinking, okay, well, I have so much. I've accomplished so much. These are all the things that I've done, yet I am not being rewarded in a specific manner, and I'm a little bit frustrated that things in the past didn't work out. I'm frustrated that I didn't get this, I didn't get that. I'm frustrated, blah, 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 blah. And yet you're like, okay, but where do I go from here? Okay, where do I go from here? I think the only thing that you're really finding clear is that you need to protect yourself, right? This is like a cover your butt type of thing. It's a little bit like, okay, well, I'm obviously in a precarious situation and I'm feeling overwhelmed by certain things that have not worked out the way I was hoping or the way that I thought that they would. I don't really know. I just don't know. And it's a really hard place for you to be. Some of you may be expecting some job offers as well. Maybe you have been kind of putting, again, I feel like there's a little bit of a randomness and a little bit of haphazardness to everything. And it's just like, oh, get it out there. Let's just do. All right. And then we'll just kind of throw it all at the wall and see what sticks. But if you do get a job offer, you're like, oh, is this the right one? Is this the right move for me? Am I meant to move to this new location, or whatever this offer means for you? And it throws you. The actualization of something that I think that you ultimately want is making you second guess, is that really what I want? It's a little bit disorganized. It's a little bit confusing. And I get that, I feel you, but at the same time, it might behoove you to take a moment of rest, okay? To take a moment of rest and to just allow things to come, because there's more things coming, and this thing, job offer, whatever this is, might be something a little bit more that speaks to your heart and has a little bit more or is a little bit better aligned with your sense of purpose in life. Okay, maybe it harvests or nurtures your creative abilities or your ability to communicate, or it uses your talents a little bit better and a little bit more likely than this one, okay? But again, still, I'm seeing you being very hesitant to really pull that trigger, because you're just questioning so many things right now. I'm wondering if you are feeling unstable because of this, and this can be, a romantic connection. I'm feeling like a lot of this is stemmed from your romantic situation. Because when your romantic and emotional life is not feeling stable and not feeling solid, it can be hard, not just for you, Libra, but for all of us. It can be very hard to make decisions in other areas of your life, especially if you are waiting for someone, or if you have someone that relies upon you, or that you need to bring with you, or all those kinds of things. and the Five of Swords. Some battle that you aren't winning. You have two sevens and you have two fives. So some battle that you are not winning, right? Some fight that you're fighting that just like isn't working, and there's just some big elephant in the room that maybe is not being talked about, not being settled. And it's hard when you have this barrier, because it really does prevent you from shaping your tomorrow, even, not even like just your future and this whole big huge thing, but your actual tomorrow. Like, what am I supposed to do today? The randomness and the disorganization of the Seven of Cups is just making me feel like you're being pulled in all different directions and you're having a hard time prioritizing. This is a good moment, I think, to really get organized and to really figure out where your priorities lie. When your romantic life is in a state of imbalance, which I feel that it is imbalanced right now. When your romantic life is in such a state of imbalance, it's like your whole world just comes apart, or it feels like it's all coming apart. It's not really. And so when you're waiting for either job offers to come, or if you're waiting for shifts in your current situation, and you're even challenging your own belief system, or maybe even there was someone that you respect that kind of let you down in some way, causing you to feel a lack of guidance, and you're kind of living in this state of illusion a little bit, living in this state of what if, and just it's like a big question mark, living in this state of ugh. But it's okay. I don't want you to feel stressed out. This is not the worst reading. Again, you only have like a couple major arcana. It's not really that big of a deal. This is energy that will clear out. It's not going to last forever. And I think a lot of this will shift once this page comes into play. Once this page comes into play and there's some offer on the table that you actually want, that you're actually drawn to, you might be a little bit afraid of, but you are like, yes, that makes me happy. I think things will start to come together, okay? The seriousness of your life right now, I think, is what's hard. It's what's hard, and it's what you feel like you can't win this. You feel like it's never going to end, but it will. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that, Libra. Okay, I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you so much, and I will see you next month. Bye.